On harmonica, there are 10 frets, 1 through 10, and it just so happens that the distance between fret 1 and fret 10 is the same distance from a woman's butthole to her vagina. That's what a pussy sound like. pH a little off, but you know what I'm saying? And then this is what a butthole sound like.
Steph Infection.
We're back with another episode of Steph Infection. And look who we have.
Well.
Returning dirtbag Uncle Lazer.
This time I'm not sick, though. Won't get you sick. Remember last time?
You were so sick last time. It was disgusting. What, did you suck someone's ass? What did you do?
You know the little toilet paper balls?
Oh, yeah. Yes, you ate that. You're disgusting. See? I knew it was something gross.
Not sprinkles on a cupcake.
Not sprinkles. You ate ass and there was shit in it.
Dude, don't act like you never ate ass before, so just calm
I've
down.
eaten ass fresh out of the shower. Fresh showered ass. In the shower, I'm eating ass. I'd eat Jefferson's ass, not out of the shower.
How is he?
He's great.
God, I love that boy.
I know.
Where's he
he's a
at?
good
Is he in
boy.
town?
He's home. He's mucking around right now.
All right,
He's getting something notarized.
we got dinner later tonight, me and him.
Are you? The two of you?
I already texted him, dude. Tonight.
Are you serious? No,
Yeah,
you
dude.
didn't.
We're on fucking... Yeah, dude. Me and him talk about some cool stuff, dude.
Well, what am I having for dinner? Listen, you're here. You're doing so much shit. We're just discussing how you're blowing up right now because of a very big show that people like to go on. I don't prefer it, but you, Kill Tony, you just did a set on Kill Tony.
Yeah. Went great.
He was at the rally. Uncle Lazer was underneath the podium sucking off Tony's dick. Could you imagine that?
You know.
He's like, oh, the floating fucking whatever it was.
Trash ball.
Trash ball. I didn't even really look at it. But you're on it and you're funny and you're not one of those bad boys.
No, I look like an asshole, but...
You do, but you're a sweet boy.
Yeah.
You don't roofie women. You're not assaulting them.
No.
You are a nice, kind boy who eats toilet paper.
Well, I put my mouth where it shouldn't be, but I don't put it where it doesn't want to be put. You know.
No, you're putting it. You're consensually putting your ass on and your mouth on asses and asses on mouths.
It was pretty cool though, because I do this thing at the end of my bits where I talk about like my granddaddy, because my granddaddy died when it was my birthday, my actual birthday, the night I got on the 25th.
Okay.
And my granddaddy died when I was 14, and like he told me these like really heartfelt shit that I kind of like shaped my life to. So I ended it with that, and then I get in, I play her harmonica, because he also told me that. I looked in there and he's like, your inheritance is in the top drawer, and I pull it out and it's it's a harmonica. I go, what is this? He goes, that right there translates well to eating pussy, and you better get to practicing, boy.
Your granddaddy said that.
Yeah. And so I do the whole bit that I do on stage where it's like, this is what a pussy sound like, this is what a butthole sound like. And
Okay.
It was good. Oh, check it out. It's great.
You're very good at harmonica.
Yeah.
You're insanely good at harmonica.
Yeah.
Like shockingly good. No offense.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
Well,
is that
everybody
what
said
you
that.
do when you're eating? Do you honestly like model it after that when you're eating a pussy? Are you like?
Let me just give you a demonstration. I brought it, actually.
You brought it.
Yeah,
You're sitting right there.
Right?
Okay.
So, like, this is what a pussy...
Very convenient.
So, no bullshit. On harmonica, there are 10 frets, 1 through 10, and it just so happens that the distance between fret 1 and fret 10 is the same distance from a woman's butthole to her vagina. Okay.
On all, you've measured this.
Look, I don't make the rules. Okay. I just measure
You're no
twice.
scientist. You
measure twice, cut once.
Okay.
You know, whatever.
Okay.
And so I just basically go like, this is what a butthole, or this is what a pussy sound like. pH a little off, but you know what I'm saying? And then this is what a butthole sound like.
Okay.
And then I just say, look, I never found the clitoris. Search continues.
Clitorius.
Yeah, that's what Cosmopolitan said, like a little jelly bean.
You're adding it. Clitoris. Clitorius. You're adding like an extra little.
Is that not what it is?
Clitoris. Clitorius? You're adding something extra in there.
I didn't say I could read either, but...
Well, no one looking at you.
and then you just come in and go, this is what it would sound like if I ever find it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, you know,
And then everyone stands up. You get carried out of the building.
Yeah,
and there you
panties
go.
thrown on the floor, you know, skid marks and all.
Explore new possibilities, pleasure zones, and find your vibe at funlove.com. Funlove.com is a leading online retailer of sensual health and wellness products, offering a wide array of premier brands of toys, lingerie, and accessories. Make love fun by visiting funlove.com. For a limited time, save 30% off your first order. Just use the code STEPH at funlove.com. Go to funlove.com and use code STEPH at checkout to save 30% off your first order. Visit funlove.com today. Are people doing that yet? Throwing panties at you?
No, but the other day in Phillips, Nebraska, a woman came to the meet and greet, and she brought what looked to be like a sling that you would carry a baby in, like a little, that goes over your top of your shit right there. And she undid it, and it wasn't a baby. It was a thermos cup, a Yeti cup full of breast milk that she had just pumped in her Yukon outside, and we shared it together, being polite not to drink it.
You shared it with her?
Yeah.
Ew! What the heck? Was it warm?
Yeah, it was freshly pumped.
Yeah, how much did you have?
I mean, about a glass full.
A fucking glass? Why wouldn't she give it to the baby?
Well, the baby wasn't there.
When you said
she had
that,
to pump.
I thought you were going to say that she had like her tit in like a sling and you sucked it. That would be more normal for some reason to me. But
That-
I don't know why you sucking direct tit is more normal than her pumping it into a bottle and then you putting it in a glass.
Well, honestly, because
was there ice?
Well, I mean, it was freshly pumped in the it's better warm.
Disgusting.
I've had it cold because the lady across the street when I was bodybuilding, I would buy hers off of her excess breast milk. It's got the most nutrients of anything, right?
Okay, I've heard
I don't know
this,
why we
yes.
drink cow's milk. When did that become a thing? You know why? My theory is because you know how much you can pump with a cow and you can sell that. Women's breast milk. Some Native American tribes back in the day, when a woman would come into season and she'd have a baby, like she could feed all the other children as well, and they can't monetize that. So I've been going on some deep rabbit holes as
Yeah,
of
I
late.
don't want to see your algorithm because it's probably terrifying. It's just breast milk squirting
Well,
out of every fucking... No,
and
there's sick stuff.
toilet paper, but
There's a lot of... You know what? I tried my sister's breast milk. It is pretty sweet.
it is. It's good. And it's extremely nutritious for you, too.
Not out of her tit. It was in a fucking...
In a thermos Yeti cup, and it
in-
was
actually on
warm.
a spoon. She put it from a bottle on a little spoon. I had a little sample. But I feel like I don't know. I don't have breast milk. I've seen it come out. My sister's tit it weirds me out.
It is a little strange.
It's strange to watch it come out of there. Yeah. And Jefferson's a big tit sucker, so I picture him and he loves milk, so I'm terrified that if I get
Are
pregnant,
y'all gonna have a baby?
he'll be sucking me dry. I don't know.
How old are you now, if you don't mind?
That's
asking?
exactly 39. That's why. That's
Oh.
why I'm humming and hawing. And I didn't get them scooped out earlier. I didn't put them on ice.
Them eggs done pickled.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
These eggs, they can be put in a shelter. You know when you if a storage shelter, like a hurricane shelter, they're in a jar down there.
Yeah, just floating
They're
around. Floating around in the salt water.
And they're in brine. And guess what? Even if the hurricane comes, you don't want those ones. Those ones ain't gonna taste good. They've gone bad.
But I didn't know that it's a real thing. Like a woman comes after the age of 35, the chance they're having kids with like health issues is a higher percentage.
They are, but also I don't even know anymore because so many of my friends are popping them out and they're fucking healthy as hell.
Yeah.
My friend Lexi just popped out a baby. She's same age, birthdays a month apart. Fucking giant baby. Perfectly healthy, fucking buoyant, big boy.
It's kind of hard to believe what they tell us anymore about our health.
I
'Cause
feel
remember the
like I
bread
know.
pyramid? Remember the food pyramid back in the day when just driving in Canada?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's not a real thing. None of that is correct.
None of that's real. Nothing makes any sense. No, nothing. It doesn't matter. Everything. Oh, no, where I was this morning, getting my ass fingered. Speaking of ass, I thought my hemorrhoids were out of control. It feels like glass when I shit, so I've been having a problem. Turns out, hate to brag, I got 2 anal fissures. Hate to turn on the boys listening to the podcast, but my asshole's in shambles right now. There's still hemorrhoids. I don't want to. don't think they're not there. But I took, I guess, a shit that was so big that it stretched my anus, and now I have 2 fucking cuts, and I'm in so much pain right now. I can't even. If you've had an anal fissure, it's disgusting.
An anal fissure?
It's this disgusting term. It's a disgusting thing. I have 2 butt cuts. Call it a butt cut. It's cuter. Got 2 butt cuts. My ass hurts. I have to take after I take a shit, I have to sit in a little tub of water because my butt hurts. I have to moisten it up. You've had a big shit before. The amount of cocaine you're snorting, your ass is clogged up.
Thanks for having me on the podcast today. I'm really glad I could be here.
We're good buddies.
I actually have not done cocaine in probably 6-7 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't even really been drinking either, but...
But you came in and you're like, I need a drink. And I was like, water? You're like, beer.
well, as
And
soon
they're
as I
like-
see you, there's something about you. It's like, let's go be goblins.
Because we both, I get tagged. Do people tag me in your shit? Because people tag you in my shit all the time.
All the time. I don't really get on TikTok no more. You're more on it than I am because everything I get, I put it up, it gets flagged.
I'm fine. I got kicked off last night. Okay, so speaking of, so you were just saying you got fucking shadow banned for a clip where you're doing clearly a joke.
Clearly a joke. Not showing anything. Like, not
Just saying,
just talking
yeah.
outlandish shit. I do the joke on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a story that actually happened, but
Yes.
I frame it up, and I was just kind of telling the story loosely on it. I don't even think we were actually in the podcast. I think it was they just kind of pre-record and we let up to it. And he goes, hey, what do you think of that? I go, yeah, send it. Cool. It's funny. And then bow. And because I was asked to collab on it, I don't have the direct video, but I get flagged as it was, and I can't fight it or review it.
That's crazy.
Dude, I'm fucking stuck in limbo right now.
Did they do that? That's fucked. Okay, maybe going forward, don't be collabing with people because that's terrifying. Someone told me that works in all this fucking shit that when the election's getting ramped up, everything's worse right now.
Yeah.
So I got kicked off of TikTok Live last night because I said I hate Mormons. They're rapist pigs and they're disgusting. And then maybe I added the rapist thing, and that's why they didn't like. I know one rapist Mormon. Anyways, I branched along to that. Anyways, so I was like, this is disgusting. And then they were like, you're done. So they immediately moved my live, and they'd give me a warning. And they're like, it's your first warning. You're about to get strikes. If you get 2 or more strikes, your whole account's going to be taken down. And I can't go on TikTok Live for like 2 weeks. And I was just trying to promote my Vancuver shows. That was all I was trying to do. But you're killing it. You're here shooting a movie. So you're in town.
I was here following up on things. No, so the movie stuff was in Albuquerque. I shot it this past week. Yeah. So Donald Cowboy Cerrone, UFC fighter, Hall of Fame legend. He told me about it a couple months back. He's like, yo, we got this show on Netflix. We got a 6 episode kind of little greenlit for production. And then the writer's strike happened, so it kind of got shelved, put on back burner. And then about a month and a half ago, I'm in Indianapolis and I'm doing a show, and he calls me and says, hey, man, we got greenlit. We're good to go. These are the dates I have open. He said, I wrote you a part in. He said, now listen. He goes, I wrote this with the intention of no one else playing this but you. He's like, that no one else comes to mind when I wrote this. He said, I need a gritty, nasty, Southern motherfucker who's just mean as sin, just because I'm playing a rogue Confederate officer that's gone rogue after war. And he's like, it's a big deal. You're possibly going to get your SAG card. It's a big feature production. And I'm like, well, shit, man. I know how to act, but I was like, let me go get some lessons just to.
You're such a good boy.
Yeah. I mean, I want him to do it. Let me do it for real. And he's like, good. He's like, you need to get those lessons. He goes, because your first scene is a rape scene. And I go, you wrote this just for me? No one else can play this part?
Wait, I hang out with all the Kill Tony crew. I'll just ask them how to do it. Hey, yo.
But I was like, man, I'm be honest with you, I don't know if they offer rape at the acting classes. So I've just been tying Boy Scout knots in my room for the past 2 weeks. Yeah, I know, I'm hilarious. I'm a fucking comic.
Okay, wait, so you did the rape scene?
Yeah, so it actually, dude, to be, and like there's
Were you naked?
No. So it's like, basically the scene is set like this woman and honestly, shout out to Michelle. I've never worked with someone that good at male or female. Like, so there's one where she walks into our camp and she's asking for water, but she clearly knows what she's doing. She's working us. And like, I have to grab her by the neck and I got to grab her by her head. And I don't want to hurt her, so after every take, I'm like, oh, is that too hard? She goes, quit being a little bitch and fucking grab me. And I go, okay, all right. I'll bite your nose off. I'll bite your fucking nose off. And dude, our lines back and forth, because the dialect was like, it was kind of loosely. They was like, feel free to ad-lib how you would play it. So I started talking like Rooster Cogburn and like, well, I see. I like, come on now here, darling, bring yourself some over here, something cool to drink. And I kept doing that lick and spin shit. And by the time we'd done this, everybody's like, holy shit. And one of the guys, he said, yo, how long have you been acting? I was like, 12 hours.
Yeah, literally 12 fucking hours.
So it was a lot of fun, but he sent me the trailer stuff today, and I was just like, I'd never had that much fun. And Western, too, we're dressed up like a Confederate soldier. I'll show you a couple of the stills when we get off air, but there she cuts my neck and blood has squirt out. Oh, dude.
Fuck, this is crazy.
Like I was because I know what to expect. It's my boy Cowboy. He jumps monster trucks, dirt bikes. He's like Ellis. He's crazy. Yeah. But when I seen it, I was like, oh, shit, this is like big deal, like big picture, motion picture type. Like there's gonna be invested. So, anyways, it was a cool environment to do that.
And I want to let you know something. I shouted you out on a podcast the other day. Kill Tony got brought up, and we were saying that there's some people in the crew that are actually very talented, and that should be getting this kind of like platform. Some of them are 2-year in open micers that shouldn't be, but some people. And then I mentioned how you are somebody who actually takes this seriously. And you have a big platform, but you want to get better at stand-up, and you're trying, and you're like still going to mics and stuff. And I just want people to know that, because it's very, you see a lot of these guys on this thing getting this huge platform, and they're like, just like whatever, using that, and they're not actually
getting better.
And they're thinking, they're not getting better. They're never going to get better. But they're going to keep getting fucking followers and keep selling out things, because that's just how fucking internet is. But it's very nice because you actually are so dedicated, and you try, and you put a lot into this.
I said before, but I'll say it again. Like, I got the first time I was on Kill Tony, the first time I ever did stand up ever, like on a stage ever. right? And my charisma alone, and just being like, oh, this is my first time doing it, I kind of got that boost and that pop. But as you go and do it, like, I'm firing from the hip just off of charisma.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
you start realizing real quick, oh, you got it. And back then I had a little bit of drinking problem, a little bit of drug problem, okay? And so I just wasn't taking it serious. And then, but I think, and I wish a lot of the times, I wish I would have first got on that show now, where I'm at in my career now, like versus back then, because I dug myself a hole. That there's people that still don't even value or look at me as a comic now because of those early day shit, right? But I know without failing like that and eating crow, I never would have been like, I got to get fucking better. Because I'm thrust in a situation doing a secret show in front of like 250 people, and I got no jokes. Yeah. And you know when you get off stage, you walk off stage, you know when you have a bad set, comics don't look at you in the eyes. You say, oh yeah, hey man, good stuff. And then like, I got tired of feeling that way. And I'm like, look, motherfucker, I've been funny in the garage my whole motherfucking life.
Yeah.
That's not the same as being funny on stage. It's similar, but it's formatted different.
Yes.
So now I finally feel at my, and not every day I try to get better, but I finally feel like my persona, my comedy's actually catching up to it now. And I feel like when I get off stage, the other night in Syracuse, New York, I had probably one of the best sets of my life, right? Standing ovation when I got off. And there's an ending joke I tell, and I just so happened to do this trans joke up in front of it. And a fan, not even a comic, a fan came up to the merch booth. He goes, man, your joke's great. He's like, man, with that trans joke, with your ending joke, he's like, why don't you have a callback to that guy named Bradley? And I go, holy shit, that's it, motherfucker. That's it. And I used it the next night, wrote it out, and no reason, next on stage, got a standing ovation. I'm like, I'm addicted to this shit now, bro. I'm addicted to making it fucking maneuver.
But you also are very funny in person, and I'm glad, because I think me and Jefferson were talking about you yesterday, where I was saying, like, once you fully, because you haven't been doing stand-up very long.
2 years.
So once you keep doing it, and once you fully mold your exact personality, like being so natural on stage, it's going to be so fucking easy for you. And it's going to be, because it's already what it is. But you put too much pressure on it because you're like thinking you do the structure. Like, we're not in the 80s anymore. It's not this like set up punchline joke.
No, you got to have a voice, right? Because I noticed one thing when I did, because I don't come from this theater world. And I know I didn't do a lot of mics, because I got thrust into it. But also, I'm more of a storyteller base, but I learned, okay, you can trim fat. You can make shit funny in transitions and swings. You can like have little nuances. So like, but like, I know who I am. I know my voice. I know how, like, I don't just put this ain't I just come on I'm talking like this before the cameras even come on, right? So like honing in and getting it crafted, but at the same time it is an art. But I learned it as soon as I got in here. I noticed everyone's funny to some degree, right? It's more so than others, but it's subjective, which you may find funny. But what makes you at a showcase show when you get off stage and people get their phones back and they go home, what makes you go, I'm gonna follow that guy? My daddy used to tell me, if I can get you to look, I'll listen to what you got to say, right? So this, at the end of the day, people forget it's the entertainment business, right? Yeah. So like, if I look like every other goofy white guy talking about, oh, hey, women aren't funny, like, fuck you, dude. My mama's the funniest woman the funniest person I've met in my life. So like, it's relatability.
Yeah.
If you know why Shane Gillis is so great? Because everybody who watches him goes, I can have a beer with that motherfucker. And it's that relatability aspect that like lends to like your comedic ability as well. Like, I'm not just making up some scenario, because you can write and be the greatest writer in the world, but I've experienced boofing cocaine with one of them religion folk before.
Yeah.
There's things you can be the greatest writer in the world, but you won't know went down like that or how it sounded or how it smelled because you weren't there.
Yeah.
And I think people like that authenticity part of it a lot too.
Yes, I think that's something that both of us do. We're so fucking real and raw, even though it is gross, but it's also like, this shit's happened to us. I didn't make up. I have 2 fucking cuts in my asshole. I'm a gross fucking pig. And I take big shit. I take big fat shits and my butt's cut. Like, we openly talk about this stuff, and I think it is a nice relatability to people who can't talk like this or are scared to. Everyone's thinking it. Everyone's deep. I always say this. This is why I'm always saying, everyone in their head is a sick little fucking pervert.
Yeah.
Everyone is. You've looked at something weird online and gotten turned on. You think it's something weird that turns you on. Everyone's sick. So don't act like this isn't something that you.
Let me ask you something, because I want to ask you this question, like, because me and you come from the same vein of that dark humor stuff like that. But as I'm like kind of growing in it, like, we say some outlandish shit, okay, and sometimes it's shock and awe. You get that shock and awe response, and that's where you get the laughs and shit. But as I'm starting to see a shift in my crowds, right, where usually it was like, roughneck DGN fucks, bringing in only women that would be there would be the fat single mothers who love me. I love you very much. And The only beautiful girls over there were the girlfriends that got drug along. Now, when I see women at my shows, I make it a point to go up to them and ask. I said, "What did you know me from anywhere?" She's like, "No, I got drug." I go, "What did you honestly think?" And now there's starting to be a shiver. Like, I wanted to hate you at first because of your voice, the way you talk, the way you look, but you didn't say anything degrading and you didn't put anybody down. You shit on everybody, literally yourself and everybody. Because I started to learn it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, I'm gonna say some outlandish shit, but I need to be clever in the way of which I deliver it. And I think that as a testament to if you're gonna appeal to the masses, you gotta make everybody kind of laugh and fit into it as well. Like, I could say it this way, but let me think of a cleverer way to say that. A little slicker, sly way.
You're also you're not hateful.
Yeah.
So when the way you say things isn't done that's why I feel like it's done in a playful way. Like, it's same with me, when I'm dirty, it's done in a goofy way.
Exactly.
So I'm saying, like, my pussy looks like roadkill. You're like, what? Okay, that's funny. It's disgusting, but it's like kind of funny because it's bizarre. It's not that bad. It is bad right now. It's a mess.
Jesus.
But I'm just like, jeez Louise. But I'm like, it's the way in which, and you honestly you do love women. Every time I see you, I've never paid for a meal around Lazer. And I'll tell you what, not a lot of fucking male comics have paid for my fucking meals before.
Yeah.
I bring out my credit card. This man does not let me pay. Every time. And I'm like, you're opening for me. yeah. I was headlining that night. You're hosting for my ass and you still paid. So, like, you're deep down like a gentleman. And it's
I was raised by a single mom.
Yeah,
my dad was there, but I just have,
But people like to, I think, assume, because we both have mullets and we sound like we've been huffing fucking dicks for years, that we're like, that we are mean. We're nice people.
Yeah. It's usually
don't judge a book by its cover.
It's usually the ones that have been affected.
And don't judge a book by our cover because we both can't read. So
exactly.
we don't know. If there's pictures on the cover, then we can see it.
I have to.
I can't read.
Especially go to the Italian restaurants and it's in Italian, but then they have the English, but then it's the big Italian words I don't know either, so I have to look it up on the pictures.
I go, spaghetti and meatballs, whatever this is, and then some squid comes out.
It's some shit, the angel pasta. I don't know what the fuck that is. I want a mozzarella.
You're like, I'm gonna fucking suck it back. At funlove.com, it doesn't matter what type of relationship you're in. Long distance, just you and your fingers and whatever the heck else you're doing at home by yourself. Monogamous, open, on Tinder, just plowing through those dates. Funlove.com is where you can explore a variety of options to rev up your romance in the bedroom and beyond. Funlove.com is a leading retailer of sensual health and wellness products. They offer a wide array of premier brands of toys, lingerie, and accessories, and much more. They take pride in curating a selection of the highest quality products, offering everything from soft and sexy to hot and spicy. So you're sure to find what you're looking for at funlove.com. Let them help you discover, indulge, satisfy those desires. Come and find the vibe you're looking for to make love fun by visiting funlove.com. And hey, guess what? If you live in Arizona or Colorado, go to one of their 18 store locations in person. Sniff some stuff, touch some stuff, see if it's too big or too small. Get in there, have a look-see. Look, I love Jefferson with all of my heart, but guess what? Sometimes you need a little something extra down there, a little something, maybe with some batteries to get the old clit braised off the body here. We've been going through a very nice basket of stuff that Funlove shipped us, and guess what? We can't put the feather tickler down. $6.99. I've been using it on his hemorrhoid. He's been using it on my hemorrhoid. We're having some fun back there with the old tickle. Freak or drink, date night game, $44.99. I brought it home for my family. Probably not the best to use with a family, but it's good for a fun friend night or a bachelorette party, bachelor party. I would recommend not unless you really are close with your parents, but it is a very fun game. Think Clean Thoughts Toy Cleaner, $8.99. I can't stress this one enough. I have not been washing my dildo properly. It stinks. I've just been rinsing it with tap water and throwing it in the closet and telling Jefferson I don't use it because I'm a liar, but I need to clean it properly, and now I am. So please, for the love of God, get a nice cleanser on there. Sometimes there's stuff on it. Stuff can build up. It's chunky. And we are still using the Deep as Fuck Deep Throat Blowjob Strawberry Spray, $14.99. Loving this. We go to the gym a lot. We're sweating down there. We're spraying. We're sucking. We're enjoying it. I'll tell you what, strawberry tastes better than cock. So slobber that thing up with a little fruit. Get a little fruit in your diet. For a limited time, save 30% off your first order. Just use code STEPH at funlove.com. Go to funlove.com and use code STEPH at checkout to save 30% off your first order. Visit funlove.com today. Do you have any weird body things you've had recently? Any other, like, should we shit on Gary for a bit? You have a friend that I just like to make fun of because he's such a piece of shit. And I like, Gary fucked your ex and I'm still not over it.
Well, she blew him.
Still, Gary is a piece of shit, and I want to clip just this one piece out to tell Gary that he's a piece of shit.
Well, look, to be fair,
I love him still, though.
To be fair, I told him I was done with her, and I was like, "Yo, it's all you." Like, she's psychotic.
The way men behave, though, like I would, if I was with anybody, none of my friends would ever be like, "Are you done with him?" It's over. It's done.
Well, it's not like I dated her for like a year. And we were like,
but it was months.
We talked for a month, and then we got like kind of. But then, like when all this shit went down, I was kind of like, he said, "He's like, yo, you mind if I try to take a turn at it?" I go, Gary, knock yourself out.
Sick.
Well, I didn't think she was gonna do that, like, because Gary's sick, right?
Gary's
So
sick.
and I'm glad that happened in retrospect, because then what if she moves in a week later, she's fucking a neighbor? You know what I'm saying? So he kind of took a bullet for me on that. Now, if I like that he asked, because I got motherfuckers who I thought were homeboys that try to slide in the DMs even while I'm talking to them. You know what I'm saying? So
These are bad people.
Bad people. At least Gary had enough nuts to be like, "Hey man, are you done? I think she's attractive, and I'd like to
How
put my
gross
wiener."
is Gary? Are you done just eating your leftovers? This little piglet. Get your own meal. Get your own
damn
plate.
it,
There's a
dude.
lot of fresh plates out there.
And I'll be honest with you, shout out to Gary Faust, testament to you. That boy fucks some pretty beautiful women, and I don't know how.
I'll tell you. You know what?
Because you even
I even said I would fuck him.
Yeah!
I don't want to. I don't know what it is. The day I met him. I would never now. Obviously, I'm obsessed with Jefferson, but this was before, when I was single. I met him with you. The first time I was in Austin with you guys. And I was like, ugh. The whole time he was telling me how he's about to go, he's in love with this stripper and he's going to go try to suck her tits. And I was like, ugh. And then I left it. I'm like, I don't want to fuck Gary. I'm like, what? I don't know what
he's
it is.
got the Kavorka.
He has he does. I've never met somebody before who hasn't. And I'm like, there's a sick part of me. I'm like, I can't believe it. It's psycho. It's not even like, he's like not ugly, but he's not like super hot or anything. Like his body's, it's the body. He's got bad tattoos. Some of the worst tattoos I've ever seen in my life.
Terrible
Like,
tattoos.
God, they're bad. But I'm like, there's something about him. It is bizarre. It's bizarre that he has that fucking.
Oh, and at the Kill Tony thing, like all that shit went down. I find about that, and then the next night, I go and perform. Well, I guess fucking Pauly Shore hangs around that friend group that girl was in. So I get off stage, I'm coming off cloud nine, adrenaline's pumping, I'm talking to everybody backstage. They asked me about the Skankfest stuff, and then I'm talking with Cam and Cam's parents. They're there. I'm talking to his grandma. She's a sweetheart. So I'm like just, backstage making my rounds, talking about, hey man, good job. And that girl shows up, snuck backstage, got let in because she knew Pauly. Comes up to me, grabs me, she goes, "Oh God, you're so." She goes, "You want to go in the bathroom and fuck?" And I go, "Yo, I don't know how the fuck you got in this motherfucker." I said, "But these my people. I'm networker." I said, "You need to go over there." I said, "I'll deal with you here in a sec." I said, "I'll be right." And I said, "Let me talk to my people. I don't need all this bullshit coming around my place of work."
You can't be fucking. You're networking. There's no time to be fucking.
Dude, as soon as she left and went to the other room, I fucking took off running. Took the fucking freight elevator down and went out into gin pop because I was like that. She had that look in her eyes, and my eyes just moving like that. Like been up all night, crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
what is that crazy? That's drugs?
I don't know what it is. It's either anxiety-ridden or I don't know, but I was like, she gonna
Came
fucking
all the way out there.
like catch her in the ride type shit.
Jeez Louise. Vegas is disgusting. Do you like Vegas?
I mean, for a weekend, I could've lived
I
there.
think Vegas is a 3-dayer. If you're
Yeah.
there a minute longer than 3 days, something happens.
And Scottsdale. Scottsdale has got the prettiest people on the fucking planet. And everyone fucks everybody, and there's readily drugs available. And Scottsdale's literally the only place I've ever been where Sunday rolls around and I said, if I don't get the fuck on the first flight out here, I'll die here.
You're gonna die in Scottsdale. That's gonna be how you go out.
Dude, that
Scottsdale,
is so
Arizona.
many it's crazy.
Just every hole filled to the brim. Wait, we need to do some body stuff here. We gotta do some
let's get some body stuff.
What do you got here? The last time you were on here, you told the most insane story on the planet.
Which one?
The carrot.
Oh, God.
I can't. I've retold it to people. That's almost one of the stories I should use as an example. Because you did this, I did an offshoot of it in Austin. We were there. We weren't even in this space. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I could do the care story or
No, we're not doing the care story. We need a new one.
Okay, I got a UTI. from a witch the other day. She put a spell on me, right?
Recently.
About 4 or 5 months ago, maybe.
Okay.
And she had a UTI, and I know what that was. So it was like a lady disease or something. And we started smoking a little weed, and we got all sexual and stuff. And she's like, "Hey, before I got this UTI," and I was like, well, "That's a lady disease. That don't bother me,
Let me just pause for 2 seconds. How this woman was even gonna fuck with the UTI? That's a whole other level.
Witch.
There's something up. My pee hole, it's daggers when you have UTI. Daggers. I am not doing nothing but sucking back cranberry juice. A penis? Okay, sorry. I just had to make that clear because any woman listening right now is going, what?
She owned a kangaroo.
Where was this?
In Austin.
I was like, this is the zoo. Where were you? What the fuck?
She owned a kangaroo, and that's not something, you got to get a special permit to have one of those in the States.
In her house.
In her house, just jumping around with a diaper on. Little baby kangaroo. Smelled like YSL perfume. She'd spray it so it wouldn't smell all bad.
That's probably not good for the kangaroo.
He got a UTI too all of a sudden. Hell, I don't know. But
Jeez.
So she told me that, and I'm like, well, listen, baby, you can't have UTI without you and I. Put that ass in a circle. What are we talking about? And we get fucking, and then next thing I know, goddamn kidneys on fire, and then I've been trying to battle it for 2 weeks, and finally
How many days? So how long after did you feel these like this?
Probably 4 or 5 days afterwards, I started feeling symptoms. But I've had STDs before,
And the symptoms, what? Burning when you pee?
Yeah, but theirs is different. Like you got like where like on like gonorrhea or chlamydia or something, like your pee hole burn, it hurts, kind of stinging when you pee.
Yeah.
This is like my kidneys were killing me. Like you ever drank too much?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm feeling like not good.
Yeah.
And I got staph infection in a strip club in West Virginia. So I like me salt, pepper, and cinnamon. We got in this whirlpool jacuzzi that had the consistency of egg drop soup in the back. And then nutmeg joined later. I'm pretty sure it was a guy, but I got staph infection on my wiener and damn near died.
Just really from in the hot tub?
I had like a cut because I was working the oil field and I was rolling pipe and I pinched like my hip area right here in a piece of pipe, so it kind of like got cut open a little bit. And it was almost healed. I thought it was a little scab, but I guess I got in that water or something in that water. And remember I was shaving? I cut myself shaving, and as it scabbed up green and shit, and pus was coming out of it. So shit was starting to get in my blood. Thank God I went, because I spent like 7 days in the hospital. I almost had MRSA. But anyways, I got the UTI.
Okay, so your kidneys are hurting. So you go in.
Go to Planned Parenthood and, learning about pH and pH balance, women's, pussy health and stuff like that. And then...
You really love learning about pH.
Yeah. And
you know more about pH than I do about pH.
Yeah, well, I just think, women, y'all got a little check engine light that comes on, and when that shit's off, when it's gone south for the winter.
It's always gone south. So wait, you they give you pills.
Yeah, give me pills, and I'm taking them. Now, listen here, she done finished her pills. Okay, she done. And I'm still about on day 4. You got to take them for 7 days. And I feel better. And we get smoking that retard weed again. And she's just like, oh, let's go ahead and do it. And I said, baby, no, I ain't done, Ma. She said, you'll be fine. And we fucked again, and we both got it again and created a super variant. Now I have erectile dysfunction. So I don't know what's going on. Are you
serious?
Oh, yeah.
No condom.
What's that?
Why wouldn't you wear a condom if you have a fucking raging fucking UTI? It's disgusting.
Sometimes I like the filth.
You're so gross. So now you have it. Do you still have it?
No, I got rid of it finally. But they had to like up the ante on the shit they was giving me. So
God.
I haven't had sex since. So
how many STDs have you had
in my lifetime?
Yeah,
just 2.
That's it?
Yeah, I know I'm a walking anomaly.
I was like, jeez.
Because I probably had sex with 100 people by the time I was a senior in high school.
And yeah. Did we were trying to say or not? You have had sex, I'm guessing, more than anybody else I know.
I'd be fair.
Well, are you over 500 now?
Yeah, I was over that in probably college.
500? And you've only had 2 STDs?
Mm-hmm. I'm a walking anomaly. I think Gary said he's immune to chlamydia.
Gary is immune to everything. Gary started chlamydia. Gary is chlamydia.
You gotta have him on too.
I don't want him anywhere near me. I don't want Gary this close to me. I'll get chlamydia just looking into his eyes. Disgusting pig. 500 plus women. More 1,000? No way.
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't really sat down and I did a count when I was like graduating high school and I was at like 90 something.
High school,
senior.
But you're fucking people in high school. Who are these people? Other high schools?
I lost my virginity at 12 with a black guy and a Mexican chick.
Calling the police. Hello, FBI. 12 years old.
Yeah. I stole my mom's Grand Jeep Cherokee. We went to the Locker Kelowna out there and we snuck in old girl's window. She was 15. I was 12. He was 16 or 17.
Well, that's a bad man.
What do you mean?
He was 17. You were 12?
He was 15 or 16. She was 14 or 15.
Okay.
I was 12.
Okay.
And,
Still not good.
But he let me go first, gentlemen. And he
What a
said,
nice guy. Hey,
was
get
saying,
him on the pod.
hey, get him. He said, get in after there. And then I'm like, at that time, I didn't know what I was doing.
12 years old. When do you start getting boners?
When I was 9, I watched my first porno.
12 years old. I don't even think, A, I didn't have a period. B, I didn't even know, I didn't have a nipple. I had nothing. I didn't know I had a hole down there. 12 years old.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah, well, I get to going and like her kneecap slip or what, I know what I was doing. And I felt a tap on my shoulder and I turned around, it's him, big old black dude, big old dick hard. He goes, let me show you how it's done. Let me take it from here. And they get to fucking, he picks her up, I'll never forget, he picks her up and it's in a trailer house now. And they get up against that drywall and they fall through it and they fall into her Thea's room. And she starts screaming, freaking out. We got to jump out the window and drive the car. And then we got pulled over on the way back. I wrecked the car into the ditch. I'm scared to death. And cops took him to jail. And that's when I knew like the white privilege thing was real because it turned out he was actually 47. He wasn't 17.
Are you joking?
I'm joking.
I was like, this story is so bad and I don't know why you told me this. I'm getting so upset right now. God's sakes.
Yeah.
12 years old.
Yeah,
I'm not over this.
Well, I grew like, yeah. I
You
just
grew up different. So there's no way you remember half the sex you've had then. You must have sex accidents. There must be a lot.
I'll tell you what. Honestly, I mean, I've always been pretty good with women. I love them. They love me. I'm never mean. But I really don't have a lot of one night stands. Really, like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you because I fuck with you here.
Yeah.
Especially now. Now that I come into this limelight shit a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some crazy women out there that try to pull some fuck shit stuff on you, and I ain't never been one. I'm always nice. If you say no, I know what no means. I just put a pillow between us. Let's go to bed. You know, I gotta get my 12 hours and
You've never slept for 12 hours in your life. What
I
are you
had
talking about?
when I got to recharge the batteries after a 7-day stint.
Okay.
And but like there are now that it's kind of like ramping up, and you know there are a lot of ladies that like me and stuff like that. But what's embarrassing to me to some extent, like I'm so busy now, and I know you could probably test that. Like you just lose track of stuff and shit like that. You know, I'll hook up with some lady and, you know, we'll text her. And then, you know, a couple months later, I'll meet her out at a party or something. And she's like, hey, how you been? I'm like, I don't even remember who you are. And I've been inside you. You know what I'm saying? And that's all me.
But you play it off like you do.
Oh, yeah. You're the one with the freckle right there, you know? Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's right. I'm doing me. What are we talking about?
Oh, God, not that again. You're having 2 beers. You came in and demanded a beer.
I did demand.
Well, you go, do you have any beer? And then he brought out 2. Which one do you want? And you go, I'll take both of them.
Well, because I'm going to want the other one at some point, right? No one just has a beer. That's not a real thing.
No.
How's your drinking been?
I'm not. Look at me. I'm wasting away here. I'm not drinking.
Well, that's because you got fucking butt cuts, dude. That probably ain't
The
good
butt
for
cuts
you.
is not good for the drinking. No, I'm not. I'm not really drinking right now. I'm liking my thin body, so I'm not drinking. I'll have like 1 or 2 every few nights. Like I'll pick a night and I'll go hard and then I'll go off again. Jefferson and I had a domestic on TikTok Live the other night. Insane. We had a couple martinis.
Yeah.
And that set us. And then I've been kind of hungover for 2 days, so I'm like, I'm done now. I can't. The hangover's too much. My headache's bad. I can't. I'm allergic now to Tylenol and Advil, so I can't even take a pain med to like get rid of the headache. So it's like either I'm covered in hives or I'm like it's not happening. Sick. Am I dying?
You look great.
I think
Congratulations
the problem
on the weight
is, I
loss.
know
You
the
look
problem
great.
is the problem is I'm feeling pretty good. I'm walking around naked at the house. I'm like, this is
Yo!
nice. I know, because Jefferson always did. I never did, and now I'm like, okay, now I know. I wore a crop top the other day. Can you believe it? I know.
Dude, a Steph Infection crop top, I gotta have.
You gotta have. Remember you were talking about getting one of my merch, my tattoos on it? No, you're gonna get my tit tattoo.
Oh, the Rolling Stones
Yeah,
mouth with
yeah,
the tits.
yeah,
I honestly
yeah.
want them with the fangs, though.
The fangs.
You look at
the
Judas
fangs.
Priest right there.
I know, kind of like an Alice Cooper Judas Priest combo.
How's it special?
So good.
Was it good?
It's. I just watched the first take.
Edit?
Yeah, not even edit, just the raw. People are gonna think I added laughs, and that's gonna kind of.
That's the best.
I know, because it's like this crowd. The Late Show was crazy, like fucking crazy. Like, I
that's
can't
so
even.
good.
I can't even. Man, I want to like smooch everybody on the lips who's in that fucking Late Show. Every riff killed, every joke killed, every line killed. Everything, every word I said, people were laughing. I was like, I'm not this funny. This is nuts.
No wasted motion, just fire. Piss, shit, or fart, just coming out hot.
And I thought I was slowing down. Like as I was like in my head, I'm like, God, I'm going at fucking like slow-mo speed up here. And then I watched it, I'm like, oh no, I was fucking firing on all of a sudden.
Dude, it's
I was
crazy. Ain't it that feeling that, and I call it flow state, I guess people call it other things, because like, when I do stand-up, I attribute it to trying to pick up a chick at a bar, right? You know, like you just want to be smooth, slick, cool, just want to catch a vibe. And it's not every set, it's not every joke, it's not every joke in every set. It's so often there's some, and it's that feeling I try to achieve every single time. It feels like I'm back in the garage with my homies where I've been my whole life, and that's the audience there. And it's just, everything just flows. It transition well. You get someone chirping in the back and you just lean right into it and get back with them. It's fucking money. And I chase that placebo effect every single time. It's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling. Once you get so comfortable, like I'm at a point now where I'm like, I'm just so, I had a pretty crazy good set at the store the other night in the main room, which I never usually do, where I just went up and just talked fucking out of my ass. I just like did all crowd stuff and they were like so into it. I was like, and I left being like, okay, I'm hilarious.
him.
I'm like, this is it. I'm like, it's also nice when you can just be your fucking self and not even like really tell a joke. Because I'm like, I'm doing a West Coast tour and I'm like, I just recorded this hour. So I'm like, I need new material now. And I don't really have it because I've been working on this for so long. I have like a couple new things that I'm working on and stuff. But I'm like, I don't have a new hour. I hate to break it to you. These shows I'm doing will be very loose. A lot of crowd work. You do crowd work?
I do, but for a long time, because I want to be taken serious as a comic, I'll refrain from it.
Yeah.
I feel like crowd work's easy to an extent, right? You fuck with it. It can go hit or miss, but like usually, and I guess everybody's been conditioned now because of Matt Rife, you know, he made the crowd work clip a viable thing, which is great because you don't burn any other material, which is awesome. But a lot of people expect that now. And the other night when I was in Atlanta, one of the guys, Casio, that features for me, he goes, man, why don't you do your fit check shit when you come out? Just talking that mad shit about how good you look, fuck with some people in the crowd, and then kind of reverse and get into your stories. And I was like, that's it, brilliant. So now I'm like finding my own, and like now and I know I'm so good of getting back into my content, like what I do.
Yeah.
Now I don't mind if someone spilled a beer the other night on the foot of the stage, and I made him take his shirt off and wipe it up, and then I let him guzzle a beer with me like that on stage. So it's wild, you know. And now I'm more comfortable with my skin. Like, okay, I know my jokes are dialed. Now I can feel freedom to fuck with y'all a little bit
and have fun yourself. Like
Exactly.
it is nice to like. That's your shows are like fucking tailgate parties. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
and I kind of like that. And see, like,
You should do your first special like a tailgate party.
I think, well, first off, I'm
It
gonna have
should be outside in a fucking parking lot, and people should just be saying the
outside gigs are hard. Don't care what anybody says.
I know,
God,
but if
they're
you
hard.
like packed it into like a weird little fucking
thing, I think I'm gonna do it at Creek and Cave down there in Austin. I like Creek and Cave a lot.
Yeah.
And Rebecca's real good with stage production with me. And like, I want to get that mirror, that armoire is what they call it, the one in my room where I do all my fit check videos in there.
Yeah.
And I want to kick the mirror, and this time it's shatter. And we make it out of sugar. She already told me. And we shatter it, bust it, and just get back into it or some shit like that.
That is a cool. I do love that room. That stage
It's just
in
cool,
there.
man.
It's a cool vibe in there. The outside's a cool, fun hang.
to hang, dude.
When are you going to wait? You were planning on taping your special soon? What are you doing?
Probably next year. I think later next year, maybe even I don't want to rush it. You only get one time.
Don't rush it.
I don't want to rush it, but it's just like I'm not on the same trajectory as like comics are just getting into it because I feel like I got in this at 34, 33, so I don't have like a lot of time. But like, and this is another thing. I know a lot of people did mics and developed, and I've done mics, and honestly, if I started the open mic route, I probably would have quit. It's discouraging. I feel like if you say anything, it doesn't get reciprocated to even know you're funny. But like, going on the road and having to do an hour when I didn't have an hour, it's sink or swim, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it makes you like put the iron in the fire and like, all right, gotta throw. And like now I'm just honing everything. So I feel like my pace is faster than what it should be. But I'm in the room, I'm in these green rooms, all these upper echelon comics, and these are like my colleagues, so to speak, and I have to visualize myself on that level. I'm not going to do it until I'm ready, and I know the longer I wait, just the better it's going to be.
Yes.
So I'm not going to rush it, but I also feel like it's shit or get off the pot. If I'm here to take over the world, let's be undeniable.
Yeah. But I don't rush the special. You're already doing so much content and clips and stuff.
And I got my OnlyFans stuff, dude, and I just did OnlyFans fucking TV show, and they love me. And
the stand-up thing? On the
No,
OnlyFans
then
thing?
they saw me at Kill Tony, and the guy messaged me, he goes, we need you on the next one as soon as you're available.
Okay, yeah.
So,
That's a nice little paycheck.
yes,
And that doesn't burn material. So
No.
That's good. Yeah. That's like OnlyFans is this thing where they're recording stand-ups, but
I did an actual TV show for him, a dating show. And it was crazy because I'm sitting on the couch in my features house. I'm killing some days in L.A. And he's like, yo, the fifth guy that they're supposed to film today didn't show up. I showed him your Instagram. They love you. They said, come through. You give you $1,000, take 8 hours of the day. Yeah. I said, cool. And I get there. And they're like, you can't wear any name brand shit. WWF, NASCAR, none of that shit. You don't have a plain white tee. And I go, I got this goddamn deer shirt that my grandma got me in 94. It's a deer in the woods. And I said, I got that. They go, yeah, that'll work. So I tucked that bitch in with my belt, hiked my fucking Levi's up, put a fat dip in it. I'm just walking around this big-ass house in Beverly Hills. And I said, hey, man, y'all got anything to drink? I got the shakes, you know? And they said, we got Prosecco. I said, what's that? And they said, that's champagne. I said, that'll hurt my tummy. They go, no, we don't have anything. I go, okay, I'll just shut up. And 15 minutes into the questionnaire, because they hadn't written for me or they hadn't, like, got what I was. 15 minutes in, they were like, I said, yo, can I get some Busch Light? And they're like, no. I was like, okay. And then 15 minutes into the little questionnaire, they're like, oh, shit, we got this little star on our hands. They sent a runner to give me a 24-pack of Busch Light. I'm slamming it in between sets.
Funny.
And I said, hey, I got a little shot for y'all we're doing. I said, I took my robe off, threw my hair back, smashed two of them beers together, put them on. And the lady goes, yeah, that's going to make the final edit. Yeah, that was brilliant. And they had to cut so many times from off camera because I had the fucking production crew laughing because they deal with like OnlyFans models and, dudes that model and shit like that. Like I'm actually in there throwing darts, not giving a shit.
And I was like, because you're like everyone else in this probably like fixing their fucking hair, looking in the mirror, and you're just like fucking. How many did you drink?
Oh, I dunked a good 16, 17 now. Your boy was fucking wasted by the end of it. But
and they didn't even notice you were drunk? Or they didn't
no, they're just like, who is this guy? And I'm just like,
you're like, I'm uncle.
I don't wear condoms and I drunk out of a water hose growing up.
Wait, there's going to be one more body thing. We have 5 minutes here. What do we got here? One more little, or what's something gross you've seen recently? Any other nasty things? Nothing gross you've seen?
Not really nasty, but I never had this happen before sexually, and I thought that was incredible. There's a nice little one. I won't say any specifics, but this woman a couple months ago, we're having sex or whatever, and it's a grand old time, and you know, you ever heard the term, you know, you've probably come across it, where, oh, he slipped into the wrong hole type thing. And usually that's a devastating event there, you know, it couldn't hurt. It slipped right in like nothing, like interchangeable. Like you ever load a double barrel shotgun like that, just whoop, shoot. And I go, mine there? She goes, yeah. I go, oh, God, it's going to be awesome. Because I had a woman shit on me in a hot tub before, everywhere, like soft serve.
You told that last time,
That's really not for me, but I was like, and nothing. It was like, I was like, did you just do an enema every day? And she goes, no, I just keep it clean and stuff. And I mean, and then to going bap to bap.
You went back in the front?
Bap.
You went back.
And I'm instantly thinking that's how you get the worst UTI. Guess who didn't get anything?
That is, if anyone, okay, that woman, something's wrong with her.
Not well.
That is not normal to go from
she's a lawyer.
You cannot. Wow, okay. She's a lawyer. Maybe she's never eaten or shit in her life because that is so fucking dangerous.
I thought so
to
too.
go poo to be. Also for her.
I thought so too.
More for her than for you.
I
Who
thought
cares
so
if you
too.
go fucking pee hole? You can just pee it out. She had something wrong with her. She had UTI. She had something. Yes, she did. She didn't tell you. Yes, she did. That's so dangerous. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard, I think.
Well,
that might win for me because that is so dangerous.
She was from one of the Middle Eastern countries. Maybe it's different over there. It's a different kind of religion.
Look, a lot of them have bidets over there, but that doesn't still mean you still have shit remnants in your anus.
But there was
my
nothing.
Anus was just but you can't. What if it was a little bit in there?
I looked.
You looked.
I blew into it like a bottle. You know
no,
when it goes.
You did not. You blew into like a fucking balloon. No, you didn't. Was it gaping?
No, it was just like, and she did this thing where she like, you know, like when you pop bubble gum, and it was latch on even tighter, like a belt too tight.
She probably has something where she's putting her ass. She must have done an enema. There's no way.
I think she, you know,
you can't lie because no other woman slips in. You're like, Jesus Christ. Also, fuck you for not having any hemorrhoids. It slipped and I'd be like, my butt cuts.
Perfect butthole.
I used to have a perfect butthole. I'm so pissed. I did.
Now it's all scar tissue.
It's so bad.
Scar tissue that I wish you saw.
Yeah, it looks like all the 12-year-olds that he's having sex with. Isn't he having? I can't listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers anymore because he's a pervert now.
Who?
The fucking lead singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers, whatever his name is. I don't even want to say his name because I can't remember it.
Oh,
that guy, disgusting pig. He's dating some like he's dating some young woman.
Okay, but she's not 12, buddy.
She's like 19.
That's
and he's
legal.
62.
He doesn't look 62.
It doesn't matter. It's disgusting.
Have you ever read his book, Scar Tissue?
I'll never read anything that man's ever written for the rest of my life.
To be honest with you, pretty incredible book. Their story's incredible. You know, he was allegedly like sexually assaulted by Cher when he was 13.
He's doing it to somebody else. She was 18, I think, when they started. She looks 12. She looks older than his daughter. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but she's legal. Love don't have an age
yes,
number.
Love Dove has an age on it when they look like fucking children. He wants to fuck a child. That's a child. A 62-year-old man wanting to fuck a child? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Sorry, there's older women that look. Also, we're all pumped to the gills with Botox. 30-year-olds now look fucking 20.
Yeah, 50-year-olds look 40.
Disgusting. Sick, man. Anyways, okay, well, we have to wrap this up. Where can anyone find you? Before you blow the fuck up, what's going on? Where are you touring? What's happening?
Yeah, tour's fixing to come to a little brief break, which is good. I'll be home for the holidays. Just Uncle Lazer, comedy.com. You'll see all of them there. Got a movie with Cowboy and them coming out probably first next year, and Kill Tony stuff, and yeah, I mean,
one of the good Kill Tony guys, because half my audience would be like, we don't watch Kill Tony. So just go to his Instagram.
I do.
My audience is probably not watching that, so go to
OnlyFans, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, there we go.
I finally found.
Wait, what's on OnlyFans? You doing sex stuff on there?
I did the blowjob trivia. Did I tell you?
No, what's this?
I don't want to just fuck on camera. That's not me. But I mean, you know, I hang out with a lot of the porn industry ladies and stuff like that, and strippers and whatnot. They're good people. And I went down there in Vegas, saw my boy CJ and Sonia. They made a bunch of money during the pandemic doing it. And he's like, yo, we should shoot some content stuff.
I met the CJ, the tattooed couple.
Yeah, the guy they like.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're good. They're good people. Psychopath.
Yeah.
He tried to get me to snort his granddaddy's ashes with him when I first met him, but whatever. But he's like, yo, let's do this like little blowjob thing, trivia thing. I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, we'll do like American history trivia while we both get a blowjob. My wife will be doing it. This other porn star lady will be doing you. And we have to answer the questions correctly. And they keep going. And when we get them wrong, you stop. And like under all those lights and all the people watching, it's a little nerve wracking. And you realize how much you didn't retain from high school. But, you know, usually 20, 2 minutes, 3 minutes in, I'm, and I'm like, I'm never going to get this right. But it's crazy. Apparently, I'm great in American history because I came in like 30 seconds. It was amazing.
Wow, you came right there on camera.
Bah, 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 bah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm never going to watch that. But maybe other people
What do you
want
mean, dude?
UncleLazer.com.
Yeah.
Don't snort your uncle's ashes. And
The weight loss thing, is that an Ozempic thing, or are you doing it the old-fashioned way? Adderall. Okay, cool.
not eating. Thank you for coming
Hey,
on.
for having me.